Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for our 8:30 stream show. I'm Mitch Carter.
And I'm Casey Mason. We're going to recap a couple of headlines, and then we'll get you on over to meteorologist Byron Douglas with a look at your alert day. Starting first here, because of ice and snow and just many other issues here across the tri-state, we know many tri-state schools are yet again on NTI today or delayed altogether. One of those delays is the EVSC, which is on a 2-hour delay here this morning. Meanwhile, we know that NTI Day 7 kicks off for Davis County, Owensboro, and Union County schools. And also it's NTI Day 8 for Hopkins and Muhlenberg counties as well. Another closure today is going to be Webster County, but that's of course due to something different than weather, snow and ice here. We know that that's due to those ongoing water issues because of the cold temperatures that we've been seeing. Right there on your screen, we're giving you guys just a still shot of our website there. This is under the closings tab over at 14news.com. That's where we kind of keep track of everything, Mitch. just where you can see where your schools, even businesses, churches are all closed. Of course, you can see that in real time. Again, that's just an image we're displaying in case you need to go check that out.
Yeah, and staying on task here on theme, a heads up here for Tell City parents and students. For the second day in a row, Tell City schools starting on time this morning, but without those school buses. School leaders say it's because of the ice and snow on the roads out there, and officials say because of that, if students can't make it to school, their absences will be excused. They do say, though, important note here, the lack of buses in the morning also means there will be no transportation for students to get home after school.
That's right. Switching gears a bit here, this is kind of weather related. In Owensboro, police there are warning people of just a rise right now in reported car thefts. Officers say that they're actually investigating around 20 cases right now. They say they're seeing it mainly in the Dogwood, Azalea, Shifley, York, and Northwest neighborhoods. Just a couple places there they're seeing this increase. Police say that some of the thefts actually happened when people were just trying to warm up their cars.
Don't leave your keys inside your vehicle at any time. If it is running to warm up, just stay with the vehicle. We encourage people that have properly equipped remote starts. The vehicles should have some type of key detection, so if you do use that remote start, hopefully that the vehicle cannot be stolen.
All right, if you know anything about these thefts, you're asked to call police. Again, you're wanting to warm up your car there, you leave the keys or it running, and just kind of increases those chances.
Sure.
So just a heads up there from authorities.
Absolutely. Speaking of heads up here, we say it all the time, but it's a great reminder here to stay up to date on road conditions and snow impacts across the tri-state for today and really any future subsequent weather. You can download our free 14 First Alert weather app. Just take out your phone and scan the QR code there on the right side of your screen. If you're watching on your phone right now, you can also search 14 First Alert in your app store. It is free to download. Stick around, though. We're going to have meteorologist Byron Douglas up next year after a short break, going over the weather for our Tuesday and looking ahead to the rest of your work week.
That's right. Nothing too extreme. We are facing a wintry mix, but of course, on alert today for a reason. We'll let Byron explain those details coming up. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. On this third day of February, we have the alert day on the board. The best chance for a dusting of snow, as we illustrated on 14 News Sunrise, generally would be north of Interstate 64. You can't rule out a few slick spots. Even though we pushed temperatures above freezing yesterday, mid-30s, we're looking at mid to upper 30s today. However, those ground temperatures are solidly below freezing. Again, the soil temperature's got a couple of inches worth of ice there, so if we pick up a wet type of snow that gets on the roadways, untreated roads could become slick pretty quickly. So I'm going to take this full. I'll do that now. There's a look there at the graphic so I can get out of the way and let you absorb that. Thanks for tuning in. I'll say good morning to a few folks. We'll look at the winter weather advisories. Leslie Chapman, 14 News. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in a little bit. And Suzanne, thanks for tuning in here bright and early. So there's the alert day. Will take place, and we're just on the outside. The winter weather advisory off to the east there of Jasper, Huntingburg, east of Du Bois County, get up towards Crawford counties. And if you're headed to Louisville, those folks could see 1 up to 2 inches of snow. So we don't have an advisory across the area. However, we're looking at a winter mix. We're kind of surrounded, got some snow showers north and west of Interstate 57, and some returns northern stretches of Greene County, north of Linton, Indiana, up towards Bloomington and Monroe County. Brandenburg, a few snow showers, that's Meade County, and then as you work out towards Louisville, Mount Washington, those areas down through E-Town. As I mentioned, those areas could see a couple of inches, 1 up to 2 inches of snow. Keep that in mind if you're traveling on Interstate 64, east there of the Tell City exit. and a little batch of light snow between Mount Vernon, Illinois, and then into St. Louis. I'd like to do a little nowcasting here. So nothing across the area. Of course, temperatures will be critical throughout. Right now, we're at 30, 33 in Greenville, 31 in Mount Carmel, but we've illustrated those ground temperatures are below freezing. We're nearly 10 days where we had the highs and lows below freezing, even though we hit 35 yesterday. Well, let's just go through the long ball here for a moment. Here's from the Climate Prediction Center, the 8 and 14-day outlooks. The 6 and 10-day outlooks were solidly going to be above normal. In fact, next Monday through Thursday, the high and low temperatures could be above freezing. And we have an outside shot to have a rogue 60-degree day in there. So we're looking at some days in the 50s. And we go out 10 days on our 14 First Alert weather app. Precipitation will be above normal, and the precipitation generally as we go in the middle of next week would be rain this time around and not snow. So again, this is some of the outlooks that we look at. In the short term, I just updated the 14 First Alert weather app. We'll have that winter mix, 10, 11 this morning. Lunch hour, of course, Arden's going to have more at 11, then again at noon. Not widespread, kind of looking at the mid to upper 30s overall. 37 for a high. Again, we've had some questions on social media especially. Well, we're at 37. What's the big deal? It's those ground temperatures below freezing. And this is where we could see some minor accumulations I mentioned north of Interstate 64. Then for tonight, patchy freezing drizzle, especially early. So you have to, if you're out at lunchtime, commuting home this evening, and on the roadways early tomorrow, can't rule out a few slick spots. Clouds early, then some sun into the afternoon. This takes us to 10 this morning, Crossville, Fairfield, Princeton. A few spotty snow showers will be possible. This takes us to lunchtime, and sometimes the guidance doesn't pick up on everything, so it could set up generally anywhere. Madisonville up to Hartford, Central City, you guys are looking at that rain component. And then Henderson over to Owensboro, some rain. Again, those ground temperatures will be below freezing, so you can't rule out some slick spots. So a quick little burst. And then as we go through, I'm going to show you the snow potential. This just updated. Here's the in-house model. This takes us up into the afternoon. So some light snow showers, those accumulations generally to the east. Now early this morning it was showing a 1/10 to 2/10 from Oakland City, Huntingburg, Mount Carmel. That's in that category of a dusting, but you can't rule it out. But it generally keeps everything to the east where that winter weather advisory sets up. So that's encouraging. Now, as we go through and finish off the work week, we're into Wednesday. We'll see some clouds initially, and then clearing skies during the afternoon. So Wednesday and Thursday will be cold. On Friday, this is the 6th, kicks off the Winter Olympics here on 14 WFIE. All the snow showers are generally going to be off to the east. And then over the weekend, it's going to be dry Saturday. I'll be out at Scales Lake for the Polar Plunge, benefits the Special Olympics. We'll be out emceeing along with my friend Dennis John Bailey, the Hall of Famer at 104.1 WIKY. Sunday, we'll keep an eye on some snow showers Sunday night and then into Monday. But Monday, we're really going to take in a pattern change. And then as we go in the middle of next week, the GFS, I'm going way out now. We're looking at some rain chances next Wednesday and Thursday. So here's a look at the 7-day. That's our low and alert day today. 37 for a high, just even chance for a winter mix. So by the time you come back and check later on and are streaming later in the day at 2:30 or coming up later this evening, you're checking in with Arden and Jeff during that time frame, a lot of folks will miss out altogether. 44 Friday, and then Saturday at 35, 43 Sunday, and there's that 52 as we go into next week. And as I mentioned, Monday through Thursday, some of the long-range outlooks, which we'll have a little more each day. As I mentioned, we go out 10 days on that 14 First Alert weather app. How much snow for Lexington? I didn't see Lexington in that winter weather advisory based on what I just a quick glance there. So not a full answer to that, but Louisville could see 1 up to 2 inches of snow, and lesser amounts to the south. Suzanne, good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. So I'll let the 7-day up here sit for just a few minutes. Right now, no major travel impacts, but we do have late morning into the afternoon a winter mix, rain mixing with some snow. You even could see some patchy freezing rain during that time frame. So be careful on your travels today.